Prince Charles, now King Charles III, made his life mission to save the world from climate change. That, no doubt, will be part of his new reign. Of course, the prince didn't, and the king won't, follow all the rules of a proposed green utopia. But his subjects were forced to deal with a number of the things that he found most important: fracking bans, high gas taxes, all the way to a net carbon zero emission by 2050. That is the goal of the United Kingdom. The results of the green orthodoxy were predictable. First, the British pound hit its lowest levels in 40 years today. That is just part of the perfect storm facing Great Britain's newest Prime Minister, Liz Truss. As the Wall Street Journal puts it, Liz Truss inheritance a UK economy on its knees. The new Prime Minister faces record inflation, a faltering pound, spiral energy costs, and an ill-timed labor shortage, not to mention the death of the Queen. That article was written before. Her plan, Liz Truss's plan to bring the economy back, is simple, really. She's going to save the economy by bringing back fossil fuels. Her new Secretary of State for Business, Energy, and Industrial Strategy is this man, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Secretary Mogg is a bit of a heretic, you see. He doesn't believe in climate orthodoxy. Here he is on a radio program back in April.
We're not trying to become net zero tomorrow, and we are going to need fossil fuels in the interim. We need to be thinking about extracting every last cubic inch of gas from the North Sea, because we want security of supply.
Extracting every last cubic inch of gas. Can you imagine King Charles right now? If he could still send someone to the Tower of London, Mogg would be there. Public enemy number one, climate enemy number one. Mogg, in the words of American politician, wants to drill, baby, drill. It's crazy. Imagine a government official, as Mogg is, concerned, as he will tell you, about what his people want.
How important do you think a green environmental approach to politics is nowadays?
Depends what you're offering. I would like my constituents to have cheap energy rather more than I would like them to have windmills.
Fairly simple, and turns out that's what the people of the United Kingdom, his constituents, want. The UK at this point is farther down the magical green road than we are here in America, and their economy shows it. In July, they hit 10.1% inflation compared to our 8.5%. Gas there costs an average of $3 more per gallon versus here, $7.36 per gallon of gas. National average in the United States, $3.75. And of course, their taxes are higher, their health care is worse. The Brits are known for their stiff upper lip, right? Keep calm and carry on. Keep walking down the green road despite, how did the Wall Street Journal put it? Record inflation, a faltering pound, spiraling energy costs, and an ill-timed labor shortage. But they have not kept calm and carried on. They've broken the emergency glass and run right back to fossil fuels. Makes us think about Gavin Newsom and other climate change warriors. Evidently, threatened blackouts in California are not enough yet. Those threatened blackouts are happening again today, by the way. But he's still holding strong on banning gas cars, despite also banning electric ones, or charging electric ones. I digress. The UK is going back to fossil fuels to save their economy. What will it take for America to do the same?
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.